Well. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Ben.
How are you this morning?
Tired.
Tired. Feeling janky. Not feeling great. I'm not feeling good, to be honest.
I never said I was feeling janky. I feel fine.
Which
just tired.
Just tired. It's very interesting. I'm watching the monitoring, and it says that nobody's watching us over on YouTube. But then Dave just says, "Morning, chaps." So somebody's watching us over there. Morning, Dave, and morning anybody watching on this. Why are we here, John?
Well, we're here for this historic occasion, which is the state funeral of Queen Elizabeth II.
I think the Speaker of the House, Lindsay Hoyle, referred to it just yesterday, I believe, as the the most important event in history ever.
It's a bit of a stretch.
It's a bit of a stretch, isn't it? Just a bit of a stretch. But, you know, we are here. We are here to mock. We are here to laugh. We are here to... We will be respectful to the person, you know, the person who has died. But everyone else is fair game, right, John?
Yeah, within the bounds of reason.
Within the bounds of reason. So, before...
The title for the show, The Bounds of Reason.
The Bounds of Reason.
as opposed to The Voice of Reason, because we all know what went wrong there.
Yeah.
Or we know half of it.
So, before we do get into it, we have to make an announcement. Well, we're not making the announcement. Dementia Joe has made an announcement last night on 60 Minutes, hasn't he, John?
Uncle Joe, Uncle Sleepy Joe.
Joe Biden has made an announcement on 60 Minutes last night. It was broadcast live across the world. What did he say, John?
Well, I think he said that the pandemic is over.
He did. More than once.
There you go.
More than once.
So has he dropped all his restrictions?
No, of course he hasn't done that.
Why is he not
silly?
Why has he not done that?
Because I think it was more virtue signalling than anything else. But...
He always feels the need to say something, doesn't he? I mean, even when he's not the centre of attention, he feels the need to say something.
So he's walking around going, look, nobody here's wearing masks. You know, everybody's come back together. He's going, it's still a problem, but the pandemic's over. So if he believes that the pandemic is over, then surely, and this is just my personal opinion, and it's a question, by the way, but surely all of the emergency powers that come along with a pandemic should be over, right?
Yeah. Can I ask you to do one thing?
You can.
Could you stop sharing your screen with me?
Why?
Because it's not worth me watching it, because it's awfully janky.
Well, then I will have to find a different scene where they can watch nothing whilst I build a new one. You have to give me a minute, okay?
Well, right, fine, okay, never mind. Just leave it.
Just give me a minute.
No, it's fine. I can make it tiny.
Okay, you make it teeny tiny. Well, you'll have the volume anyway, and I can tell you who's there. So we can.
No, it's done. It's fine. Just leave it. Let it run.
We've got very good quality streaming from our end, so I don't know what the issue is.
It's obviously a Ring Central problem, because I'm streaming it from Twitch and Facebook Live at the moment, and it looks fine.
Okay. So should we bring some sound up? Should we look into what's going on here?
Looks like, is this the band?
Yep. Looks like a band of beefeaters are about to...
No, they're not beefeaters. They're Coldstream Guards.
But look, listen. They've got flutes or something. What are they, clarinets? I don't know what that instrument is.
They've got trombones, they could be clarinets. They've got trombones in the background by the looks of things.
Oh, by the way, John did put a warning out on Facebook, but I'll reiterate that warning. If you're easily offended, probably not the best place for you.
Yeah, don't watch us if you're easily offended.
Because we
Never watch us if you're easily offended.
Because we do mock. We do mock.
We do. As you can even see by my nomiker.
I hope that these people are being paid well. Because...
Oh, why? Hold on. These are soldiers. They just get paid a flat rate. Why would they get paid any different?
Because they're on TV, John.
No.
It's all a big show.
Well, hold on a minute. Why would they get paid more to go on TV than they would to go and fight for their country and die?
That's a very good question. But then again, they're not getting enough money when they go and fight for their country and die to even feed their families at the moment, are they, John?
Oh, apparently not, but
no.
Hey, you know what? We don't even have enough of them to go and defend the country anyway, because we're running the military down.
That's true.
That's true.
They're having a good old march here.
Oh, here's Navy. Well, we've got plenty of sailors floating about doing nothing because the aircraft carrier's broken down, isn't it?
The aircraft carrier's always broken down, John.
Yeah. In fact, what aircraft carrier was it? Was it the Prince of Wales?
We were just saying on last night's show, weren't we, that they can't get them out of. We can't get them past the Isle of Wight. We can't get them out of Southampton.
I mean, it's like take some advice from the Albanian dinghy merchants. You know, I mean, they managed to cross the channel in rubber dinghies, and we can't even get a bloody aircraft carrier out the English Channel.
I do concur. So there are assumedly crowds lining the streets all throughout London for this today.
Oh, there will be. This is going to be. See, this is the part I was talking about on Friday when really smart people were going, why don't we just wheel the Queen past the crowd? Wouldn't that be better? Yes, this is what we're going to do today.
Yep.
Today we're going to wheel the Queen past the crowd.
And arguably, you're going to get more time if you're standing in that procession. If you're standing in that line, you're going to get more time close to the Queen's coffin having it wheeled past you than you would have done standing in 13, 14-hour queues to go into the room.
Yeah.
That's just the reality of the situation in which we find ourselves, John.
Yeah, I see
There she
Hitchens
be.
queued up. I see Hitchens queued up and went through.
And in the tradition of old Scotland, the bagpipers play as Her Majesty is gracefully wheeled towards her final resting place.
So it looks like they're using the same gun carriage as used for George VI.
Of course they are.
Or a very similar one.
It'll probably be the same one, yeah. Is that Andrew? There he is. There's Andrew.
So where, oh, Andrew's not wearing his uniform.
Well, Andrew?
Yeah.
No, he's not wearing his uniform, neither is Hazza. Or as his name actually is, Henry.
Right, so where is this?
I believe...
Is this inside Westminster?
Yeah, I believe this is the arrival at the Abbey, because just behind, at the back of the screen here, that is the entrance to Westminster Abbey.
Well, hold on, are they not doing a procession through London?
They may have already done that, John, because like heads of state and stuff arrived at the Abbey probably about half an hour, 40 minutes ago.
Oh, did we start too late?
Probably. But you know...
that's not so good.
Well, it is what it is. We are here. We are talking. Sawarm says in the chat, nobody does pomp like the Brits, eh? We do like a ceremony, don't we?
Yeah, we do tend to.
We do tend to. I hope this is more fulfilling coverage than you'll get from the likes of ITV. And every now and again, I probably will break into a newsreader type coverage just to mock them. So the crown, the sceptre, and a ball sit atop the Queen's coffin. It's a ball, John.
It's not a ball.
It's a ball, John.
Got a big cross on top of it.
It's a ball.
It signifies the ties to Christianity or something like that.
It's a ball.
My God, you know nothing of history.
No, nothing. I care nothing.
Well, you should care about history, because history tells us lots of things that we keep getting wrong.
Yeah,
this day and age.
No, you're absolutely right. I only care for history in certain contexts. I don't care for all history because I simply don't have time to study all history. That's what we call a get out of jail free card.
I don't think it gets you out of jail, mate.
I'm not in jail.
You might be.
Other online commentators are. I tell you what, Belfield must be so sad he's missing this. Because he's a massive royalist, isn't he?
Is he?
Oh yeah, massive.
Oh yeah. Well, he certainly he had his house adorned with the trappings of the UK.
Sawarm has just admitted in the chat that he is questionably committing child abuse in saying that he's forcing his daughter to watch it.
Forcing.
I can't endorse that behaviour.
Well, it's up to each one to his own. So what was I going to say? See, you got to remember, this is not the Queen of England. Remember that.
No.
The Queen of England does not exist, right? That's a title that is no longer in existence or in use.
Is she the Queen of the Commonwealth?
No. This is the Queen of the United Kingdom.
Okay.
Right? So bear that in mind when you talk about your English Queen. We don't have an English Queen.
Okay, John. Okay, I know you want it. I know as a little Scotland up there, you want to feel involved. I know, I get it. But
what part of little do you mean?
See, Dave Thompson's got it right. Dave Thompson says that they, in their house, they don't care about the funeral. They're here to watch us.
Oh, yeah, and so you should.
So you should. So you should. Because John is representing little old Scotland up there.
I'm not representing anyone other than myself. Why is this audio going up and down like a yo-yo? What's going on there?
The audio seems fine here. It's your Ring Central. It's being crap to you.
No, I don't mean your audio. I mean the audio from the funeral dirge.
Yeah, it's fine here.
I'm really disappointed. I missed the fucking procession. Who was in the procession with it? Was like, what's his name? Biden and all that. Were they actually walking? Were they walking behind the coffin?
Of course, did you think Biden was walking behind the coffin?
Well, other people did when George VI was buried.
Yeah, this is Biden, right? He probably doesn't even realise he's in London right now.
No, but okay, but I'd want to see. I don't.
It's too late, John.
I'm
are where we are.
disappointed.
Yeah, you might be
I'm
disappointed.
disappointed myself.
You set the time for this show.
Yeah, well, I was told it started at 11. I didn't realise when they said started at 11 they meant they were going to start at 11, because this is the first time they've ever been in their fucking time.
Beach Crate says, same there, but repping Wales. So we've got Beach Crate from Wales. Sorarm says the TV commentary is so guffing. So hopefully we are providing better.
Uh-oh. Men in skirts.
Have they got bagpipes?
Yeah, dangerous weapon, bagpipes. An assault, an oral assault.
Well, an audio assault.
Oral. A-U-R-A-L. Are you a fucking Philistine?
No, it just sounds like you're saying oral.
Now, if I was saying oral, that would be oral, as in oral sex. Something that Alex Belfield would learn to enjoy.
Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ.
We did warn you on Facebook, if you don't watch it, if you're sensitive. If you're adult sensitive to anything, really. My God, they've got big sporrans. Why have they got such big sporrans?
There's
sporrans are down near the bottom of their bloody kilts.
Yeah, there's some wonderful sized guns, aren't they?
Big sporrans.
And this is...
What are they going to do with all these soldiers now?
It depends.
Why are they marching on the spot? Oh, they've stopped.
Well, Sauron wants to know if we're going to get a flash of the bollocks of the Scots there in their kilts.
Why? Why would you want that?
I think he wants to make it a bit more risque and exciting.
Oh God, no. Oh. Watch what you're doing with that sword, mate.
I'm sorry, but them big bloody hats. Them big bloody hats on the guard.
The bearskins?
Yes.
On the Coldstream cards? Yeah, what about them?
If you were to actually go to war wearing one of them, you would stick out, and that red coat, people would know where you were. You'd stick out like a sore thumb.
That was the idea. You were supposed to stick out like a sore thumb, because remember, you weren't using bullets when this originally started. It was all swords and things.
Yeah.
So you had to identify your own side. And in the middle of a sword fight where there's blood going fucking everywhere, right? And everybody's getting covered in it, and there's guts and everything, you're slipping and sliding, you don't want to accidentally chop off the head of your pal. So that's why everything was so identifiable.
Yes.
Okay. Your next point, caller? Yeah.
I'm taking the piss, John, and then you're.
Yeah, but you're not taking the piss. You're not taking the piss very well because these are
I
ceremonial. No, you're not, because these are ceremonial uniforms. So these are harkening back to the past, and that's what I explained why history is such an interesting subject. For fuck's sake!
You can't deal with John in the morning. It's as simple as that. Can't deal with him in the morning. Usually I'm the one in a shitty morning mood. There we have it. They're going to storm the palace and stage a coup, just like that film London Has Fallen, according to Sauron. Now that would make this day interesting.
Yeah, sure they will.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on Putin.
Putin! Did he come over?
No, but he's got the chance, hasn't he?
Was he invited?
No, I didn't mean that. I mean, how many people are in London right now that don't like Putin?
It's a very, very, very big opportunity.
Isn't it?
Isn't
like,
it just?
how could you, if you were Putin, right? If you just say you were Putin, you'd have thought about it, wouldn't you?
He's definitely thought about it.
You'd have went, could I get away with that? Xi Jinping, could I get away with this? You going? I know, I'm not going. But
I'm not going, right?
I don't go. I don't go. I
turn blind eye. I turn blind eye.
I said rival.
I said vice president. Vice president. Me not like vice president. I send him. So you would not mind if vice president go by. No. As long as not me. Because I make social credit system. Vice president want freedom.
Indeed.
I mean, these guys look. A lot of them look very nervous, don't they? Like, they're all standing around going, "Oh, Jeremy, what if we fuck this up?" Don't worry, Paul. If we fuck this up, then we will be flogged in the tower.
Right. So what's the commentary saying? Is there any commentary?
No, we're providing it, John. We're providing it.
So what's going on here?
We've got the Royal Family Channels feed here, which is devoid of commentary, and I guess this is the feed that all other news channels are probably using as well, but they're providing their own commentary.
Quick look. A quick look, because I'm not convinced.
I would rather provide raw audio, raw commentary, and take the piss as we
go.
Oh,
I don't mind. I don't mind what you want to provide, but I can see inside on the BBC.
Yeah, but this is the Royal Family Channels there.
Yeah, well, fuck the Royal Family Channel. They're not showing us what we want to see. Hold on, I'll send you a link.
Alright, send me a link. We'll go to another feed.
Because this is just going to be soldiers pissing about when everybody else is actually getting down to business inside. Yeah, try that. You don't need to put the audio on, but...
Where did you send the link?
Chat.
What, on this?
Yeah.
Where the fuck's the chat on this? I found it, don't worry.
Oh, you've only been using it for a year?
Oh, she's coming in now, look.
Oh, well, this is... Right, so... This is way behind. Are you not live again?
Yes. I am live.
Well, the Royal Family Channel's not. You want to turn them down a bit?
I'm turning them down.
Fucking hell. Blow my ears out.
They're now singing the soundtrack to Lord of the Rings of Power on Amazon Prime. Charles Camilla first behind the coffin, closely followed by...
Who we got going on? What's going on here?
Well, Charles and Camilla standing immediately behind the coffin as they march solemnly into Westminster Abbey. Close.
Wait, hold on, I can't see. Oh, there, is that Camilla? She looks like she needs a good iron.
She looked like she need a good iron for what? The last 45 years?
yeah, probably. Well, let's say, you know, she looked the same when she was in her 20s as she does now, because you really can't get any more wrinkles on it. Oh, Charles isn't happy.
No, is Camilla trying to mouth along to the song?
I don't. What is the song?
I've no idea.
Is it a hymn? Charles is wearing his uniform. Anne's wearing her uniform.
Mm.
Who's that? Oh, is that her husband. Oh, there's Prince Andrew, the background looking suitably crestfallen.
There is William and
Oh, Andrew's
Kate.
all on his Todd.
There is Harry and Meghan.
Nobody wants to be beside them. Megan's got a cheek being there.
You know what? We'll let it go because it's
Why
Because
will we?
it's-
Oh, hold on, we never fucking let anything go. Why are we letting this one go?
because it's funny.
Cause she's black. Wonder if Black Gary's there in the
Do you
crowd
think?
somewhere.
Do you think Black Gary managed to get himself a ticket?
Probably. He's probably blagged one.
Isn't he? Is he an OBE, Black Gary?
I don't know.
Black Gary, I give you an OBE for services to football and Walker's crisps.
Yeah, Soram says you're a few minutes behind. Did you refresh?
No, we are. So this is. Hold on. There you go. We are live as live can be to this feed that you gave me.
Oh, the BBC feed.
Yeah.
Is that? Aye, well, that's okay. That's probably better. We're probably slightly behind the TV, but that doesn't matter.
We are live to this feed, so
yeah. I mean, if you're watching us and the TV, then you're fucking. Why?
Because
I have to ask. I have to question your choices. Why?
I do.
Why?
I also have to question your life choices, not just your choices of viewing. If you are watching the actual BBC over us laughing at the BBC.
Yes. Why? Why would you? So you could go to some picture houses and watch this, like View. You know those View cinemas. You could go in free and watch it.
You could also go to Pleasure Dome in Waterloo.
I would have considered that if I could have streamed from it.
Yeah.
In grief and also in profound thanksgiving, we come to this house.
The very Reverend Dr. David Hoyle.
Oh, my head. Oh, bloody hell. I'm getting a massive pain in my head.
Queen Elizabeth was married and crowned. We gather from across the nation, from the Commonwealth, and from the nations of the world, to mourn our loss, to remember her long life of selfless service.
I'm not being funny, and I don't know if I'm being disrespectful in saying this, but this isn't my loss. When they say to mourn our loss, this isn't my loss as a person, right?
Yeah, right. We're going to go through this again. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We're not monarchists.
No.
Right. We know this. You know this. Most of our audience probably know this, that we're not monarchists.
Yeah.
Right? But however, judging by what's gone on in the last 10 days, right, 90% of the country still is. So when he says our loss, he's talking about the country's loss.
Yeah.
And he's talking about the majority of the country. Okay?
Now, well, I'm not
You
going
understand?
Yes, but
You got that?
I'm not going to celebrate the fact that an old woman is dead, right? Not going to do that. And people.
Oh, no, well, hold on. I think you might have grasped the concept of funerals on the wrong way. You don't celebrate people's deaths.
That's not what I'm saying.
You celebrate their lives.
That's not what I'm saying, John.
Okay.
What I'm saying is
You're not going to do a Jackie, is that what you're saying?
Yes, I'm not going to do a Jackie, John. Yeah? There are
Well,
other...
why would you bring that up when we were talking about something completely different?
Because when you say you're not a monarchist, a lot of the people that are immediately jump to the conclusion that you are happy that someone is dead.
That's just a completely erroneous assumption, and I think we've made that perfectly clear over the last 10 days. That while we are not monarchists, we're not running about in the street skipping and dancing saying ding dong, the witch is dead. You know, that kind of thing we leave to idiots.
Yeah.
You know, it's not, as you said, it's not something we would celebrate.
And regardless, even if you have that thought and opinion, and you're entitled to, by the way, I would just make a suggestion that Jackie be a cautionary tale.
Yeah, keep it to yourself.
Have your celebration if you want it, just have it in your home, right? Not on Facebook Live in front of your shop.
No, that was incredibly stupid.
Incredibly stupid.
She obviously got a shock though, because so living in Scotland, she probably thought. Well, she made a couple of major errors. One, she lives in a small town called Muirvord, right? Or well, she used to. I don't know where she lives now. But anyway, and her chip shop was there. So she made a couple of massive assumptions. One, that everybody in Scotland lives the SNP. That's not correct. And if you look at what they get voted, the votes they get, it is less than 50% of the people vote for the SNP. So the SNP are not universally liked. They've become less liked over the last few years because of their complete inability to manage anything, from ferries to money, and their complete destruction of Scottish society in our cities, in our towns, small businesses. They've just completely wreaked absolute havoc on Scotland as a whole, and it is. Scotland is effectively a third world shithole. We have the worst drug population the worst drug deaths in Europe. And yet people still go, oh, but you get your prescriptions free. Oh, whoopee fucking do.
So we've got a town. And this is a bit off topic, but we've got a town just a few minutes drive from us actually, called Hastings, right? And Hastings is like the Scotland of the South when it comes to drug problems and drug deaths and things like that. And they call it the ASBO capital of the United Kingdom, in fact. And a bunch of my old friends last night went out to do a pub quiz here in Eastbourne that they failed abysmally at. And then they said, right, well, maybe our intellect is best suited to going to do a pub quiz in Hastings next time. To which I turned around to them and said, you're going to get questions like, Jeff has 14 bags of crack. Dave wants 4. And Jane wants 2. How many bags of crack do you have left? And then I said, you would think the answer would be 8, but then you realise that Jeff gets high on his own supply, and therefore the answer is markedly different. That is like any time I go to Glasgow.
Really?
Well, Merry Hill, for sure.
Oh, fuck's sake. Mary Hill is a den of iniquity. That's all I can say about it. I'm not really going to go any further.
It's like the cantina, isn't it? It's the hive of scum and villainy.
Yeah. So, where's Edward? Is that him on the other side from William?
I think so.
There's Edward there.
Yeah.
So he's wearing his medals, but not his uniform.
Yeah, but Harry's wearing his medals and not his uniform.
Oh, is Harry not wearing his uniform either?
It didn't appear to be.
No, that's what I meant. Harry's not wearing his uniform. Is William not wearing a uniform either? I'm quite surprised.
He had a sash on.
I'll need to pay more attention.
Well, we're having discussions about
this?
other things to keep the audience entertained, John.
Where is this? Westminster Abbey?
This is Westminster Abbey.
Cool.
It's a very big, grey stone room. Is it beautiful? Would you coin it beautiful?
It's big.
It's big. But to me, it's
ornate.
But to me, it almost feels oppressive and imposing.
Oh, yeah, it's quite large.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they've got a drone for these shots. I think they've probably got wild cameras. I don't think they'd be allowed to fly a drone about. What if the battery ran out and it went, whoom, we could take someone's head off?
It's absolutely a hanging camera. It's a wire camera.
Yeah.
Christ is risen from the dead.
Where? I don't see him.
Remember? David Icke.
Hold on, who? Is that Eddie Izzard?
What, doing the speech?
Yeah. He's got a very deep voice.
How many times?
Oh, come on, that's a man.
Let's just call it her for a minute, right?
Who is that?
I don't know, but listen. How many times do you think she stood in front of a mirror practicing this trembling?
Oh yeah, okay, but what the fuck? Who is this? Who is this?
Somebody tell us who it is.
Tell me who this is.
Someone tell us who's doing this, doing the. I'll turn it up a bit.
Christ at his coming.
Who is this? Come on, people. Come on, troll room. What good's a troll room if it's not going to give you information when you need it?
Exactly.
Where's
Who
the
is
program? There must be a program for this.
And people are going, you're the ones providing commentary on this, you should know.
Yeah, well, yeah, back as well.
This
Obviously,
is-
we've been ill prepared. We should have started this like 2 hours ago.
This is the Secretary Commonwealth of the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, according to Sauron's daughter.
Under his feet. The last enemy.
Nah, it's Eddie Hazard.
Shadow.
You can't see the eyes. I think it's Eddie Hazard.
Beats Crate says her hat looks like a UFO.
That's good. You're not supposed to take your hat off in church.
Look, is that William Small Child next to him in the front row?
Yes, it is. It is. It's obviously the biggest small child.
Yeah, the bigger child.
In corruption.
He's actually pretty tall, isn't he?
The firstborn.
Is it
well,
George?
Not when he stands up.
Is it
I don't-
George? I want to say his name is George. Is his name
No,
George?
William is wearing a uniform.
He's wearing a sash.
No, he's wearing a uniform. You don't have fucking braid and stuff on a suit jacket.
In victory.
So he's wearing a uniform, but Harry isn't.
Where
Harry's looking off to the side. Where's he going? Everybody's looking straight ahead. Harry's away. Oh, look, shall
You know
we
what?
do?
My-
What's that up there?
My grandmother, right? My grandmother is currently at her daughter's house, my aunt's house, watching this with a diabetic cream tea. That's what
Oh,
she's
so
doing.
apparently this is Patricia Scotland. Thank you, Soran.
So anyway, she's watching this currently with a diabetic cream tea at my aunt's house, right? And I bet she's sitting here going, "Oh, it's all lovely, isn't it? It's just lovely. Oh, it's so lovely." And yes, it probably is a really, really nice, lovely send-off for the people there who knew this woman. And I'm gonna keep harkening back to that because I was just at a funeral on Friday to an old friend, and you know,
as much as
there is a marked difference in the way I felt then to the way I feel now.
not in vain. In the
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, okay. So why wouldn't there be?
But because the entire country is sitting in watching this, almost
Yes, but-
almost being forced to mourn.
I don't know what to say.
Where is Dementia Joe? That's what I want to know.
Where's all the dignitaries?
Yeah, where's Dementia Joe? Where is Prime
This
Minister?
is what see. I wanted to see the procession because I wanted to see if they were walking behind the coffin because they did that for George VI's thing. They had Winston Churchill and all that walked behind the coffin. So did Liz Truss walk behind the coffin? Did anyone watch it? Control room. Did anyone watch it?
You're just going to continue to call them the troll room.
What else should I call them?
The bloody troll room. Do you know what?
Dementia Joe shitting his pants in the privy. He probably is.
I do apologise for my Scottish counterpart over there.
Sorry. Well, hey, we did say that we don't watch this if you're a sensitive nature.
Agreed, and DW has now proclaimed a new title
There
has
you
been
go.
given.
The troll room.
Troll Room.
It's official.
It's official. You are the troll room.
Right. So where's the bit that goes down through the floor and takes her into the crypt? Is she sitting on it already, or is it? Because I thought it was outlined in flowers or something. Who's that?
Who's what?
I don't know. Who's that? There's got to be somebody of import if they're lingering on them. I don't know who these people are. I'm not going to make a very good royal commentator. I want to talk about walking and, and people that I recognise, like Trudeau
We are
and
not
Biden.
here to be royal
Oh,
commentators.
whoa! Apparently Liz Truss is going to speak. This has got to be good.
I've known the Queen for all of 11
Are you
days.
sure you're up to date?
Well, it's live.
Bring your thing forward a wee bit. Cause
Can't bring it forwards. It's live.
We'll refresh it because... Yeah, okay, it is live. It is live. Right, I'll concede it's live.
It's live.
Yeah. Okay. Hold the cheese. Right, come on. Hurry up. It's like, why is there such a delay on? And see, you think, I mean, people go on about the internet being wonderful, and then they still put shit out on TV before they actually let you broadcast it on the internet. Why do they do that?
Beats Crate has asked, where is David Beckham?
Oh, he's still in the queue, isn't he? He's still in the queue.
I'm paying homage to the bastard right now.
David Beckham was banging. Oh, good God, no. And I'm not sure about your use of the word minor there. That could be misconstrued.
Yes, she be. She looks like she don't want to be there, doesn't she?
Hold on a minute. She just told everyone that if they believe in God, to believe in her.
And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there you may be also.
You can imagine Liz doesn't
Whither I
change
go,
much.
you know.
You can imagine her getting banged and she
Oh
would
my
still
God.
say, she'd still be saying, I will come again.
Just, this is very nice.
Oh, the ceiling needs painted.
I am the truth and the life. No man
Oh,
comes
dear.
me.
Oh, well, you know, I mean, you know what funerals are like. Your thoughts always turn to, you know, the cycle of life,
You
and
know him and have
one leaves, one must come in to replace it.
The one thing I will say is, when I went to the funeral on Friday, right?
suffices us.
The woman giving the service had that Liz Truss type voice, but with a Scouse accent.
Have I been
Given the
so
the service
you?
Yeah. So the woman who led the service, she...
monotone.
He that hath
Today! I can't do a Scouse accent right now, but it was really shrill,
thanks be to God.
right?
Oh God.
And really monotone.
Oh God.
I don't know the words to this song.
Why soldier? Why are you thinking of the Catholics? Why would why? What? Explain.
This is a Protestant funeral, perhaps? I don't know.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? English Protestants aren't that far away from Catholics the way they carry on in their churches and things. English services take freaking ages. I remember going to an English wedding once and being so fucking bored that I thought I was going to expire before we go to the church.
Do you know what?
I'm not wrong.
My wedding ceremony, yeah,
Yeah.
lasted all of 25 minutes. That was it.
Jolly good.
We ensured we had a town hall wedding. Yep, commoners.
Yeah.
We had a town hall wedding. We got in, we got out. And we spent as little money on it as possible. And yes, I was right. He says cos Protestant.
All right. Okay. I'm looking at the crowd to see if I can see anyone I know.
Do you really think?
Hello! Hello!
Like, do you really think, like, for example, Dementia Joe, Justin Trudeau, and all of the other people here know any of these fucking songs?
No, of course they don't. But
They're
they've
just
got
standing there going...
They've got a programme. The programme's got the words on it.
Yeah, but they don't know the tunes.
Well, the tune, you can hear the tune.
What, you just
And
gonna
then all you need to do is copy the people around you.
copy the people around you?
That's all you do.
DW says, me and my cousins cannot be sat together at church
So-
weddings.
Cannot be or can what?
Cannot be sat together at church
Because you
weddings.
fight. Because they fight, probably. Yeah. Probably pikeys.
Oh, we got a crowd shot. We got a crowd shot. Oh, it's not really the crowd, is it? It's the choir.
That is not the choir. Oh,
George and Charlotte there, singing the songs.
pardon me. Who's the girl?
Charlotte,
What?
their other child.
Have they got... where's the third one? What age is that?
Too young.
I only found out they had 3 children the other day.
Yeah, the other one is too young, John. You don't.
Oh, right,
You don't bring the other one to church. So is that her crown now retired?
No, do not reuse it. No,
Well-
they'll reuse that because see that big sapphire in there. Do the Indians not want that back or something? See, this is presentism again, isn't it? It's like, judge people on the standards of today compared to the standards when really you had to judge them against the standards of their own time. So if we took something in 1800, we're fucking keeping it.
Baz.
Bowels. No getting it back.
Nope. Baz.
Fuck you.
The path
That's all I say.
for many leaders is to be exalted.
Oh,
in
it's Justin Welby.
forgotten.
Hello there,
After death.
Justin. We haven't forgotten.
Pattern for
Have we,
all
John?
Who serve God, famous or obscure, respected or ignored.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Justin Welby is the one who tried to enforce interventions upon people and called people names if they didn't want those interventions forced upon them.
On a 25th
Yeah.
birthday
Yeah, he serves God all right. If your God is Satan.
dedicated to serving the nation and Commonwealth.
I am Justin Welby, and I pray to the God of Pfizer.
Has such a promise been so well kept? Few leaders.
So, Soram says maybe he'll talk about white privilege or some fucking shite. Well, he does. He talks about all that crap, and isn't the Queen the ultimate example? Well, the monarchy,
who
the
in our
ultimate
reading
example of white
does not
privilege.
tell his
White privilege is a non-existent concept.
Absolutely, just like microaggressions don't exist.
So don't even start talking about it.
Why would I start talking about it other than in the context of it doesn't exist?
and the life.
Okay.
It is a concept
Anyway, he's
made
not going to
up.
bring... He better not bring this up at a fucking funeral.
Well, one would hope not, but white privilege is a concept made up by racists in order for them to justify their racism.
She followed.
I agree.
It's what it is.
Though His Majesty
I agree.
shares the
Yep.
same faith and
Don't be fucking microaggressive against me.
as
Yep.
the same sense.
Did you catch my microaggressions there, John?
Yeah, but you said they don't exist.
They don't exist.
Make your mind up.
Don't exist!
Began her coronation with
Oh,
silent prayer.
good
Let's
God,
listen.
man.
Just
I need
there.
drink.
I do too, and I've got about that much water.
Her allegiance to God was given before any person gave allegiance to her. Her service to so many people,
Soram says it's too early for ale.
the Commonwealth.
It is. It's only 11:30.
I might actually go to Weatherspoons and have a drink between these two shows, John.
Really?
Said,
Yeah, not to raise a glass to the royal family, but to
to serve
to try and
to
centre
give his
myself
life
after sitting through
as
this,
a ransom for
Yeah.
many
driving me to drink.
people of loving service are rare in any walk of life.
Soram says he feels like whiskey,
Of
quite
loving
frankly.
service are still rarer.
How does whiskey feel?
But
How
in
long
all
is this service meant to go on for, by the way?
those who serve will be loved
I would
and remembered
imagine
those
it'll
who
be
bring
about
to
an
power
hour.
and
Well, we're half an hour in.
are long forgotten.
Yeah. But have you got a program?
No,
Let me see if I can find the schedule.
he's going to find the schedule.
Queen's funeral.
From her
At midday, there is a 2-minute silence, according to
Schedule.
Belladonna Hawkmoon.
Off events. Let's have a look.
present to so many touching a multitude of
Funeral from 850 quid. Complete
and we
timeline
pray
of
today
events. There we go.
especially for all her family, grieving as every family at a funeral, including
6 p.m. on the TV guide, according to Beach
Right,
Crates.
okay.
themselves.
Oh,
lost someone recently.
we actually should have been in time for the coffin transfer. The coffin only went from
So in the
Westminster Hall to Westminster Abbey. They didn't do a proper procession.
heal
No,
their
they just moved it
sorrow.
across.
May the
That's
gap left
shit.
in their lives be marked
500
with memories of
feet.
joy and life.
See, when they did George V, it came out of Buckingham Palace and went all the way down. Oh, fucking, that's pish.
I mean, they did all that the other day to get her to Westminster Hall, didn't they?
Yeah, but it's not the same. It wasn't the same. Oh, that's poor. I don't like this.
Let's take some bets, right?
Right, anyway, funeral service begins at 11. At 10:52, the bearer party will lift the coffin from the state gun carriage and carry it into the abbey for the state funeral service.
That's all done.
So we've done all that.
Abundant now
11:55 a.m. will be the bugle call of the British infantry, the last post. Oh, we've got to listen to that. I do like a good last post.
souls will receive him.
And the midday 2-minute silence.
Shut up, Welby. You're just a twat.
He is, yeah.
We will
So that'll ring out 11:55, and then a 2-minute silence is observed across the UK.
can all
Nobody told me about that.
And
Does
who's-
that mean we've got to be silent for 2 minutes?
which in life
Are we able to be silent for 2 minutes?
We shall see.
And then, no, hold on.
life.
We haven't missed it. We haven't missed the procession. At 12 to 1 p.m, the coffin procession to Hyde Park.
Trust and faith in
The
God.
coffin will then process 1.5 miles to Wellington Arch and Hyde Park.
We will.
Oh, she's not getting buried in the Abbey. She gets buried in the private
Windsor.
crypt. Yeah. So, and then it will leave the capital city. So it'll go to Hyde Park for 1 o'clock. What happened to the feed? Oh, he's just stopped talking. And then at Wellington Arch, the coffin will be transferred to the State Hearse to travel to Windsor.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 3:00, Christ, we're here for a while. At 3:06 to 3:52, the coffin arrives at Windsor and St George's Chapel.
John,
Ben,
I won't be here at 3:06 to 3:52. I'm just gonna tell you now. I'm gonna tell you straight. I will not be here at that. If you want to continue, I will leave the stream running. That's absolutely fine. But I will not be here.
and then later in the evening, the Queen will be interred in the private burial, so we won't be filming that.
Which, which in my opinion's already been done.
So,
Have they roped in a load of children to sing?
well, that's a choir. There's always loads of kids. I mean, why do you think there's always such consternation when you interfere with a choir? Because it's usually choir boys, because their voices haven't broke. And and some of these dirty buggers are trying to make their voices higher by inserting something in their other end. Anyway, so from the we need to see the coffin procession, so we're here till 1 by the looks of things.
On that note, you keep them calm. I'm going to get coffee.
Keep them calm.
I'm going to get coffee.
Yeah, I need to go get coffee as well. So
Well, we'll take turns, John.
take turns. Okay.
I'm going to get coffee. I can't do this without coffee.
Oh. No, why? What? Choir boys get paid? I don't think so. I think they just get. I think they just get, as you call it, fringe benefits. Right. So what's happening now? What time is it? Oh my God, that's a bit shrill, Ben. You've left it a bit loud. I can't turn that fucking down. What would you do with that? I don't know any of these hymns. I wonder if there's any popular music going to get played. Did the Queen like do you think the Queen liked popular music? Maybe a bit of Cliff Richard? I don't know. Oh, good God, this is Ben fucking hell! Knob End. Yeah, a bit of Guns N' Roses. Down to Paradise City, that kind of stuff, yeah. Who's this dude standing there? Was he always there? With a flamingo on his head. Charles ain't singing. No, nobody's singing other than the choir. Oh, I thought Charles was going to get up there and go, fuck this for a game of soldiers. I'm off. I'm going down pub. Going for a bit of a snifter. Oh, this is, as you have no doubt gathered by now, the alternative view of the Queen's funeral. And please turn away now if you are at all sensitive or prone to being offended by people who don't have an awful lot of reverence for the Queen. Not a lot of irreverence either, just real ambivalent. Ambivalent, I say. I don't know who this dude is. Who you dude?
And service.
Oh, he must be a Scottish man.
O God.
Oh God, he is.
Everything that is upright and true.
Upright and true.
Accept our thanks for the gifts of heart and mind that thou didst bestow upon thy daughter Elizabeth.
Why did they have to start speaking in Old English?
She showed forth among us in her
Why can't they just speak English as a normal, like modern English? I don't understand why we need to go all dost and thou.
In accordance with thy will.
See, thy will. Why, with my will would be fine, and we would understand that just as much.
Our lives end. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
What time is it? 22.
In God's
22.
love and compassion. Let us pray for all those whose hearts are heavy with grief and sorrow.
Who's this?
Almighty God, Father of all mercy.
Couldn't it be a joy? Oh, I was going to say it's the Vicar of Dibley, but it's not. Wouldn't it be a joy if the Vicar of Dibley turned up? Was able to give us a... I'd like that. That would be quite humorous. In fact, the Queen was quite into well, maybe it wasn't her. Was it the Duke? Somebody was into Monty Python and Spike Milligan and all that. Maybe it wasn't the Queen. Maybe it was the Duke. I'm probably losing the will to live here. I'm talking shite.
His Majesty the King
Oh.
and all the royal family, that they may know
Oh,
the
it's brought a tear to my eye. It's brought a tear to my eye.
and the prayerful
Why is there water in Ben?
God's people.
Oh.
Almighty God, the
It
fountain
might.
of all
She
we
reminds me of
humbly
someone.
beseech thee to bless our most gracious
I have coffee.
Yes, well done. I was just saying, wouldn't it be a joy if the Vicar of Dibley turned up and gave us a spiel?
She's giving us.
I'm saying it would be a joy if the Vicar of Dibley had turned up and given us a spiel. That would have been funny. Anyway,
and bring them to thine everlasting.
so we've just had a couple of what do you call them? People.
Speaking.
Well, we had a Scottish guy on.
Okay.
Scottish Protestant. And then we've got this woman on who I thought was initially the Vicar of Dibley because I couldn't see her, but it turned out not to be.
Beach Crate says, I think I need another coffee too. But look. You
Yeah,
can't.
who's this guy? Is this a guy or a woman with a skirt on? What's going on here?
No idea. This
You
is
left the volume at some level for the fucking choir who were just about breaking glasses.
the Reverend something or other there. I missed it.
On this nation. grant to its citizens.
Yeah, right. My turn. You keep them occupied.
John's off to go and get coffee, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, no matter what platform you are watching on right now. John is off to go and get coffee. Soul Jar says he has a coffee and joint on hand, which is... Carl? I might be jealous. I might be jealous. I don't smoke weed, but I might be jealous.
Through Jesus Christ our Lord.
I was going to say, he's not going to use that machine, is he? Because all you would hear is...
Let us give thanks for Queen Elizabeth's commitment to the Commonwealth throughout her reign.
What did she actually do?
And dedication to its people, and for the rich bonds of unity and mutual support she sustained. O Almighty and everlasting God, here are
Cardinal Vincent Nichols, Archbishop of Westminster. So this is his cathedral. This is his cathedral.
Inspire those in authority that they may promote justice and the common good. Give to all its citizens the spirit of mutual honor and respect.
If they don't give us me, I'm sorry, but when that man said to Charlie the other day, you know, people are struggling to heat their homes while we're paying hundreds of millions of pounds for this, he just scoffed at him. He just scoffed at him. Now that kind of behaviour, I think, is ridiculous.
For Queen Elizabeth's loyalty to the faith.
Now all of this is paid for by the taxpayer. That is absolutely true. Everyone is struggling to heat their homes right now. That is absolutely true. And also, Charlie just avoided inheritance tax, and maybe this isn't the place to be talking about this all the time, but you've got to take it into account.
Lord,
you've got to.
We beseech thee to keep thy household, the church, in continual godliness, that through thy protection,
what does that even mean?
May be free from all adversities, and devoutly given to serve thee in all good works.
Do you think,
the glory of thy name,
if she has served, as long as she has served, do you think the next thing she wants to do is go and serve again? There's a question there. If we're going to get another song,
that we may be given grace to live as those who believe in the communion of saints.
Who's this one?
Forgiveness of sin,
Mark Birch.
and the resurrection.
The Reverend Mark Birch is now speaking.
Bring us, O Lord God, at our last awakening, into the house and gate of heaven. To enter into that gate.
Unlike a lot of commentator channels on the internet, and this is especially with the Americans, I find this, they're all very religious, right? Anyone that's considered right wing, and I don't know why we are, but anyone that's considered right wing or told they're right wing, like we are told that, we're not, but that's, you know, seem to be very religious, right? And probably would like a funeral service like this. I'm not. And John's definitely not. We're not religious at all. In fact, I said just the other day, when I eventually do die, when I do shuffle off this mortal coil, I want to be propped up in my coffin with my middle fingers raised and brought in with the song "My Way" by Frank Sinatra. I did it my way. I'm turning this down. We have yet another choir song being about the praise of Almighty God, I would imagine. But the monarch is so generous with the trillions they have, according to Soul Jar. Well, once again, Charlie, King Charles, whatever you want to call him, he has avoided all inheritance tax. So all inheritance taxation completely avoided by our merciful king. Whereas you or I, we would be subject to inheritance tax if one of our family members passed away. But his inheritance tax would have been massive. So the amount of money that he has saved would easily pay for these proceedings. But I do find it a slight. I do. At a time when people are struggling to decide whether or not they're going to heat or eat this winter, the British taxpayers would be forced to pay for something like this. And if you wanted to start off, okay, some advice to Charlie. Never watched this, but some advice. If you wanted to start off with a good act to your people, you would have said, we understand there's a massive cost of living crisis. We've got this. But no, they didn't do that. The Lord Prayer. Hallowed be thy name. Even I know this prayer, and I'm not even... Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses.
As we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
I have to turn that down, I apologise. I think John is returning. I see a coffee cup. And a cafetiere. He's got a cafetiere. He's doing it properly. Love divine.
Oh.
John?
Hello, darling. How's it going?
You've just missed the Lord's Prayer?
Oh, God, I'm gutted. Yeah, well, not really. I'm much happier now. One, I've got coffee. Two, it's the afternoon almost. Three, we didn't miss the procession. I do like a good procession.
I'm assuming this is the beginnings of said procession.
Where's these guys going?
Like I said, I'm assuming this is the start of said procession.
Oh, they're getting ready. They're getting ready to lift and shift. It's like, what's the removal company? Pickford's.
Got a U-haul outside, boys!
Yeah. The State Hearse.
Where do you want it?
Oh no, it's going on the gun carriage. We come back on the gun carriage.
So I just said to people, right?
Also, bear in mind here, all these soldiers and sailors and airmen and whatever, right, that are outside waiting on this, are fucking standing there.
In silence.
At best at ease, right, for an hour. It's not as if they'll be told to go and sit down.
Nope.
They'll be standing there at ease for an hour while these clowns get through all this.
While these conquerors, as we will call them, sit in the church and go through all of this. Because, yeah, the Saxe-Coburg Gothers is...
Yeah, he spelt Coburg wrong.
I will forgive it.
Okay. And there's a hyphen, and it's not Goth-A, it's Goth-A.
Unlike Charlie, who just avoided a massive inheritance attack,
we discussed this last night, didn't we, about the inheritance?
Unlike his thoughts towards the public purse right now, we will be merciful to the spelling of the man in the troll room.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I mean... Yes, they have special tax arrangements, but their tax arrangements are what everyone should have.
Mm-hmm.
Because basically, we're all getting our money stolen from us.
We're getting bent over. We're being told, sing for us, boy. Sing for us. Sing for us with that purty mouth. That's basically what the taxman does to us.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is a large, overbearing, oppressive building, isn't it? It's not a building... It's a building that I've been outside of many, many times, but it's not a building I would want to go in.
It's impressive.
I don't feel, even looking at it from looking at the interiors from here, I don't feel warmth inside there. I don't.
No, well, I don't think it'll be heated.
Saw in the troll room says, "Squeal, boy!"
What was Blackadder 3? What one was that?
Let us commend to the mercy of God our
Was that the one with Queenie?
the soul of Elizabeth, our late Queen. Heavenly Father, King of kings, Lord and giver of life, who of thy grace in creation
Is this Welby again?
formed mankind in thine own image, and in thy great love offerest us life eternal in Christ Jesus.
You'd think these guys would be good public speakers.
Yeah, you think they'd be good public speakers, and do you think that
You think they could carry a crowd, you know? But they're like so fucking insipid, it's unbelievable.
Thy merciful keeping.
I mean, you put us up there, we'd have them rolling in the fucking aisles, wouldn't we?
we would? It'd be a good time if we were up there.
They'd be like, oh my god, he said it! They'd be up there, going, yay!
I'd just be like, God, if you are really a thing, not quite sure you are, make sure you look after Lizzie, yeah?
Go forth, O Christian soul, from this world. In the name of God the Father Almighty, who created thee. In the name of Jesus Christ, Son of the living God, who suffered for thee. In the name of the Holy Spirit,
It is big,
who was
it is
poured out
grand,
upon
it
thee
is expensive.
and anointed
Everybody's probably the cost of the clothing in that room is more than money than I will ever see in my life, you know?
and
Oh, definitely.
by the angels
But
and archangels and all the
I
armies
still
of the
can't get
heavenly
over
host.
the just
May
how
thy
cold it all feels in that building.
be in peace.
Yeah,
And thy
yeah.
Like we were in the crematorium on Friday. It was a little room, you know.
Amen.
He was up there on the stage, and it was a stage. He was up there on
Yeah.
the stage. There's a big photo of him. There was music that he liked, you know. It was a
Yeah, but it's-
celebration of his life.
Yeah, it was a crematorium though, they've got an inbuilt advantage. Got heaters.
Yeah, but the point is, the room felt warm. It felt
I
you
know what you
nice.
mean. I'm being an arse.
Just this type of funeral would be my worst nightmare. It really would. Hold on, I'm going to answer this phone. Suzanne,
During a live stream.
you're live on Chasing Dissent. How are you? Oh, everybody say happy birthday to Suzanne.
Can't hear her.
Hold on, I'm putting you on speaker. There you go.
It's my birthday.
Happy birthday, Suzanne.
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you.
You're very, very welcome. We're currently streaming the monarch's funeral and giving our brand of commentary.
Ah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm surprisingly not one.
That's not surprising to me at all. That's...
I'm really.
Are you? No, I didn't think you would be. Well, no, this is the point I've been making, right? The point I've been making is this. I was at a funeral for a friend on Friday. I've just been making this point. And that was a loss to me. And that was something I felt like, you know, I could mourn for. But this just, it feels cold. It feels empty.
You know, I wrote
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I made it wrong.
Yeah.
She didn't care about me.
She doesn't care about any of us. None of them do, right? None of them care about us. And on that note, I'm gonna have to love you and leave you, Suzanne. But happy birthday from all of us to you.
Thank you.
Have a
Love
great
you.
one.
Bye.
Bye. That was our good friend Suzanne.
Yeah, thanks for that, Ben.
No, you're very. You know what?
Fucking having a chat with some fucking random.
It's not some fucking random. She's been a guest on the show several times. I'll have you know.
Yes. that's fine, but not during a fucking live stream. Now you've pissed me off again. That's really professional, yeah. No, I'll just answer this call and have a chat with her while I'm in a fucking live stream. We're all sitting there like dicks, listening to you and her fucking mouthing on shite.
Just talking about the Queen.
And? That doesn't help. We couldn't hear her.
It was relevant. Right. What's this guy got to say?
I don't know. I've lost my fucking thread now.
The procession's in a minute, John.
Yes. Fucking arseholes.
Peace and concord.
We are approaching the 2-minute silence.
I want the last post. That's what I want. I wanted her off for the last post. I don't want that spoiled.
And the Holy Spirit.
You want the volume up for the last post?
And remain with you all.
There's no need to go daft. It's just... Don't be a cunt. Get the bugle on. Get these guys off and get the bugler.
Shh. You're being disrespectful, John. I think this is the 2-minute silence.
Was that the last post?
I think this is the 2-minute silence.
I think it is.
Everybody, remain silent.
Right. That's up by my watch. Could you give them 2 minutes and they'll take 3?
Come on up and collect your medals, Luke and Han!
That last post was shit because the last post meant to be played on a bugle. Those weren't bugles, those were trumpet things. I'm not happy. They've spoiled it. The last post, a single bugler would have been just fine, not those fucking henchmen.
What's going on here? There's something on my computer, don't worry.
It should be going out to the procession now. Yeah, I'm not happy at all. That's very poor. Very poor.
Soldier said his wife was on the hairdryer and the little one was crying. Oh my god, Han and Luke really are going to come get their medals. Where's Chewie? This really now does sound like something out of Star Wars, doesn't it?
It's doing my nutting. That's what it's doing. Right, come on, load up and get the procession going. See, they're not bugles. Oh, they've burst into...
There's God Save the King. That's King.
And they're saying God Save the Queen.
Oh. And Charles is not.
It's a bit fucking late. Oh, Charles doesn't.
Nope. So if they are singing God Save the Queen, he is not. Interesting.
I think he is trying not to cry, actually.
Yeah, I think you could be right.
DW is right.
So I'm guessing with God Save the Queen, they will come and collect her carriage and begin
I think so.
procession. There's Andrew there.
Andrew was singing, and Edward.
And Anne.
And Dan. And Camilla.
One of yours now, John?
It's the pipes. The pipes are alive.
Are you feeling patriotic, John?
No.
Come on, John, it's one of yours.
Oh, there's nothing worse than a single piper, for fuck's sake.
He's up there on the balcony, look. There he is.
Are they bringing in the haggis?
Are they bringing Connor MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod?
Oh, Jesus.
God, remember Highlander?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, he's turning around.
Who's turning?
The piper, John.
Oh, he's off.
He's walked off and he's still playing, isn't he?
Yeah, it's always good when a piper walks off.
Yep. Solararm says the pipes are very unique sounding and send a shiver down the spine.
Yes, it's like, imagine putting 3 cats in a sack and squeezing them gently between your arm and chest.
And that's your national instrument, John.
While amplifying the sounds.
You're supposed to be proud.
Pipes are fucking awful. They're really awful.
I mean, he isn't wrong. But that dude...
They're fine. They're fine in a big band setting, you know? But not a single piper.
Even this piper is so sure of the fact that they hate what he's doing that he's run off. You can hear he's getting further and further away. He's like, they don't like this. I am off before somebody puts me in the tower.
Still good, though. He's like... The organ struck it. The organ struck up.
The Phantom of the Opera rising. I had to do that. I don't know why. It just sort of. Oh, they're back.
Yeah, well, they've got to pick up that coffin, don't they?
Carrying some big gold crosses for literally no reason, but they're carrying big gold crosses. Look at all this ornate wealth that the church has acquired. I mean, this literally sounds like you're at a funeral, doesn't it?
Well, this is a funeral dirge, isn't it? Oh, who we got here?
I'm almost inviting it to turn into the Imperial March from
Jesus
Star Wars.
Christ, that guy's got that much fucking brassware on he can barely stand up.
Yep. Yeah, I'm almost inviting you to start going da 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 da.
One could dub that on later.
So I think we need to send our condolences to Soldier in the Troll Room, who says, "We had a single piper at our wedding organised by his wife's Scottish auntie. For fuck's sake." Charlie's just looking at it going, "That's my crown now, bitches."
Oh. I'm not quite understanding what's Masonic about a tiled floor.
Well, it's not something that I've studied or looked into, but it might be the checkerboard pattern.
It's pretty universally used, is it not? I mean, it's a tiled floor, for fuck's sake. That's like saying things like, you know, certain gestures are Masonic. And not understanding what's going on. Just don't know. I don't know what the world's coming to.
I don't know what the world's coming to either, man. Oh, look, here they come. Is this the procession to pick her up?
Yes. Oh, they're going round in wee circles. Look, they're told, follow the lines, follow the lines. That's it. Do this, do that. Blah,
Stand
blah, blah,
on
blah.
your individual check. Stand on your individual check, boys.
Hit your marks, boys. Hit your marks.
And get set.
And lift. Lift and shift. By the left. Ift. Oi. Ift. Ift. Oi. Ift.
They're actually taking her towards the... Oh, she's slightly off centre, boys. You better correct that. You better correct that.
Oh, you're skewing. You're skewing.
This is not...
Cut to a closer feed. We don't want to see the skew.
Nope. Oh, turn her, boys, turn her. Right foot first, then left. Right, then left. Right,
By
then left.
the numbers.
You practiced this on the medical dummy yesterday, boys. Come on, don't get it wrong.
Don't, and for fuck's sake, don't drop her.
Are we ready?
Here we go.
Ready? And oh, she's well off centre now, boys.
Proceed to the gun carriage.
Left, right, left, right, left, right. Probably getting it the wrong way round, but don't care. Oh, Charlie's, he's up, he's behind her. There goes Anne. There goes Andy, and Edward, I want to say that's... There goes William and his sword. Well,
Who's the guy with the flamingo?
But next up, taking a big gap, are Harry and Meghan. Oh no, they're waiting for William and his children. We've got to do it in the line of succession, boys. The line of succession.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, William is wearing his uniform. He's wearing his Air Cadet's uniform.
Yeah, but Harry's not.
No, Harry is not. Because Harry was in the Marines, was he not?
Mm-hmm. For a long time. Same as William was an air ambulance pilot. It was a bit of a hobby, wasn't he, for a while?
Yeah.
That is one hell of a long walk.
It's a big nave.
Like I said, cold, oppressive, unfeeling in there. Not a place that I would want to be. Certainly a place that I wouldn't want to be remembered.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to lie, this funeral didn't really talk about Her Majesty the Queen all that much. It was more just singing songs and...
Yeah.
It didn't feel personal. It didn't... And
it wasn't... Well, you know what? That'll be... The personal one will be when they put her to rest in their crypt tonight.
Yeah.
When we won't see it.
No, and do you know what?
And that's probably as it should be.
That is as it should be. At the end of the day, she's not our nan.
No, she's not.
No.
She's not. And some people are behaving as if as their nan, but it's not. It's not your nan. You know. I mean, she was head of state of this country and quite a few others still. But yeah, she's not your nan, so you don't need to get all tearful.
And I mean, at the end of the day, I haven't got tearful once during this service, during this procession, and I guarantee you my nan has, right?
I didn't find it very moving.
No, I didn't find... Like I said, this whole thing felt so cold and unfeeling.
Yeah, even the 2-minute silence was a bit fucking forced. It was just... I just found it quite boring.
But now
Did I say it? Boring?
But now that it's over, Asda should reopen.
Yeah, and Asda is going to reopen, is it not?
In 5 hours.
Well, yeah, okay, but there's still a lot of fucking about to do.
Yeah,
and the procession's gonna take a while.
I suppose so. I mean, they're gonna move
4 hours before the Queen gets put in the royal hearse, or 3 hours until the royal hearse takes her to Windsor.
Mm-hmm.
And then there'll be another procession there.
Majesty's coffin is borne towards the final departure from Westminster.
He's Irish.
Fuck me. Where did he come from? I tell you, it's Lord of the Rings. They've got a hobbit out of Lord of the Rings to voice it.
Hi, it's me, Lenny Henry, the Harford.
Former Poet Laureate, Sir William Wordsworth. Yet shall some tribute of regret be paid when her long life hath reached its final day. Men
Shut up, mate.
must grieve.
But then,
when even the shade of that which
oh, to turn him down, he's doing my nutting because I mean, we don't need that. We don't need idiots talking.
Excuse me, what exactly are we doing?
But we're not idiots. We're not putting on a fake mournful voice, right? And we're not putting on a fake subservient attitude that he probably doesn't feel either. He's just, serving his paymasters and going, be respectful, do this. Whereas we don't have paymasters. We have no one to serve.
No, and not
apart from you, and you, the 3 people that give us money.
Yeah, and even though you do, that's because you enjoy what we do, and that's it. They finally made it to the exit, John.
Yep.
It's
Good.
Been one hell of a walk. They have finally made it to the exit.
They haven't dropped her yet, and they haven't. The orb, or the ball as you call it, hasn't wavered once.
It has not, but you can tell by. But you can tell by the way the scepter is placed that the orb is somehow attached to that coffin.
I think it might be.
Yeah, the scepter's attached, and I imagine the orb is also attached. And the crown may not be attached itself, but the pillow that it's on certainly is.
Yeah.
And all of these people that have been standing in wait outside Westminster Abbey for over an hour in silence now await the arrival of the Queen's coffin and salute.
Oh, here we go. Salute.
I heard someone just say stand still.
Is that Irish guy stopped talking? again?
Yeah, the Irish
Good.
guy stopped talking.
Good. He was
Beach
annoying
Crate
me.
says, as long as my corner shop is open, I'm good.
Each one to his own.
Each one to his own, of course. You know, we realise that we are running perilously low on milk, so when the shops
Perilously low.
Well, our daughter's going, Mummy, I want milk. Daddy, I want milk. And we're going, well, we want tea and coffee.
Okay, darling, I'll see if I can squeeze some out.
Jesus Christ.
Mr. Abbey. The bearer party.
Have you ever tried milking a rabbit?
Queen's coffin over to the state gun carriage of the Royal Navy.
It's fucking, what's his name? It's that clown.
Hugh?
Yeah.
Magnificent wreath, which bears
That's who it is, isn't it?
That wasn't, it wasn't Hugh to begin with. This is now Hugh.
Yeah, it wasn't Hugh to begin with.
Because
But it was an Irish dude.
It was an Irish, yeah, but Hugh's Welsh.
The imperial
Yeah.
crown, the orb and scepter, the emblems of majesty and earthly power,
Do you reckon them flowers on there are fake?
glinting and gleaming in the sun.
No.
So you reckon
Why
they were...
would they use fake flowers?
So do you think while she was lying in state there, they just changed them every few hours?
1760. So truly.
Oh, they would last a wee while.
They wouldn't last the entire time that she was in state?
Yeah, they would.
No,
We
they
get yes, they fucking would. If they were done properly, right, and they were kept hydrated, they would last. We've got flowers downstairs that have been there for 2 weeks on the counter.
And how dead do they look?
They don't look dead at all. I'll take a photograph of them and show you.
Okay. I believe you. Yes. She has now been placed upon the royal gun carriage.
What's going on? Why am I getting pinging noises in my ear?
That was my computer.
Do you want to tell it to stop?
Can't
Why is the stream stopped?
It hasn't.
Oh, I thought everyone had paused.
No. It hasn't.
Oh, God.
So the procession can now begin, John.
Yeah, but they're not going to walk behind it, are they?
According to the king's wishes, containing flowers and foliage, cut from the gardens of Buckingham Palace, Clarence House, and Highgrove House.
Oh.
See, real flowers. So he murdered these children. I mean, he talks to them, doesn't he? You know, the flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie talks to the plants.
He does.
Oh, is he that big ruby thing there? See it? The big eye?
Yeah.
That's the one the Indians want back, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, you with the flat hats on. Stop moving around your heads. It's creating a distraction.
How big do we think the crowds in central London are?
Oh, fucking massive. I think massive, mate. I
What is
think
going on?
millions. Millions. Tell your computer to shut the fuck up.
I don't know what it's doing.
It's going to crash, isn't it?
I doubt it.
Right, here we go. Same with positions. Pretend you're horses. Nay, I will not.
You are not individuals. You are a unit. You will
You
walk
are.
as a unit.
You will walk as a horse.
You will do
But
as you are
now-
told.
Now shitting on the street now.
The Immaculate, ready to draw this century.
Why's that guy got a spare hat?
Gun carriage.
It's a century-old gun carriage, so yes, it was the same one.
Oh, he's giving the hat back to the people that were carrying the coffin because they didn't have their bearskins on.
In case they knocked them off.
Oh yeah, they'd get in the way, wouldn't they, if you were trying to carry a coffin? By the numbers, left, right, oi. Come on.
Yes, I believe they are walking behind it.
Andrew Stokes, the great funeral procession sets off from Westminster Abbey. The mournful beat of the music.
Shut up, Hugh. So, right, let's have a look. Let's see if we can... This is the bit that I was watching in George V's procession. So, I want to see who's walking behind it. Because this will tell you who's made of steel and who's not.
Exactly. This will tell. So, DW's put a link to a video in the chat. Says, Bojo and Carrie got told off for trying to Q-skip in front of Theresa May.
Yeah, I'm not watching any links just now, sorry.
No.
I'm otherwise engaged.
We are watching a procession. This is... It's a marathon rather than a sprint.
Yes, it is a marathon. It is indeed a marathon.
They're going from Westminster Abbey to Hyde Park.
Yes, they are. Yes.
I have made that journey several times. It is quite a distance.
Westminster Abbey to the Wellington Arch.
That is quite a distance. And you're telling me they're going to walk in formation this entire time?
Yeah, well, the Navy will, because they're pulling it.
Yes. And
Look,
the band...
They're harnessed up like horses.
I mean, this is very, very far away from Westminster Abbey. This is up past Downing Street.
70 years since the funeral procession
So,
of King George VI in 1952.
she is not here at this point. She is still down by the Abbey, which is quite a way down.
Who is?
The Queen.
Oh, you mean... Right, okay, so these guys were all lined up on the road.
They must have been, because we've already gone past the War Memorial, the Cenotaph, past Downing Street. They're pretty much at Trafalgar Square already.
What's that? Is that the mall? No. Where is that?
That's along... It's just along from Downing Street. According to Beats, they're going to Speaker's Corner to debate if we should still have a royal family. Well, the Arch is pretty much at Speaker's Corner. It is.
The head of the procession, which is along the Mall.
Right. Who we got in here? Nobody yet.
I mean, if the head of the procession is already along the Mall, that's really far
Oh,
away.
we got Australians there. Did you see them, Digger? With their Australian hats. Look, Mounties! Trudeau! Fucking Mountie! I'm getting excited now. This is quite good.
John does like a Mountie.
I've got my RCMP belt that I bought in 1998 and still fits me.
So, Parliament Square. The Queen is now making her way around Parliament Square. So far, Parliament Square seems to have been closed off to the public.
Yeah?
Completely closed off to the public. There's Harry. Where's Meghan? Is she not doing it?
Oh, I can't walk that far in these heels.
She's not doing it, is she?
No, she's not. Maybe she's been told not to. So there's Harry. Where's Willie?
There's Andrew.
I don't think any of the kids are doing it. You know, any of the women. It's just the immediate family, by the looks of things. Where the fuck is Willie? Oh, Willie must be in front of Andrew. So yeah, William's in front of Andrew because he's next in line, but Andrew's in front of Harry because Andrew's ahead of Harry in the stakes, is
he? Well, I would have thought so. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really care, but it's always something to say, isn't it? I don't think Kate's in the lineup now.
I didn't see her yet, aneway.
I don't think any of the women are in. Well, maybe Anne will be in it, but she had sensible shoes on.
Well, certainly Harry is not walking with his wife.
The Mounties leading the way along to Wellington Arch, flanked by...
It's like, what was that programme that used to be on in the Mounties? What's that guy in the guy with his swords looking a bit uncomfortable, isn't he?
Do you think one of them horses was the one that nearly knocked me off my mobility scooter whilst I was trying to film a protest by Parliament Square?
and other Commonwealth countries.
Maybe. Well, I'm sure it's there somewhere, but I'm not... Right, who are these clowns? They're not even marching properly. That's not slow. Is that Theresa May?
It kind of looked like May. It did.
It's not. I don't think it is.
Have they got to walk along with doing this the whole time?
Yeah. Sounds Russian now, doesn't it?
See, this is the Mall, right? Which
Yeah.
is very, very far away from Parliament Square.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very far away from Parliament Square. Which means this is one hell of a procession. There's a lot of people in it.
Oh yeah, yeah, there will be.
So the Mall goes directly from Buckingham... Well, goes directly down to Buckingham Palace, and then you can go directly from Buckingham Palace to Hyde Park. It's one straight line. See, central London as a whole is not huge. People think, oh, it's this big, massive place, but everything is actually on top of it, the next thing.
It's quite compact, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
What?
It's Charlie in the car.
Oh.
Is Charlie going to be... There is a slow...
No, I think Charlie's fucking off back to... He's gonna join them up at thingy eventually.
I think Charlie will be involved in this.
I think he should be, but I don't think he is.
Sauron says, "Who's that fatty? Why are you calling me fat, Sauron?"
That's a bit harsh.
I know. I know.
Harsh, especially in this day.
Sir Winston Churchill.
A bit of respect.
Sir Winston Churchill, just in the foreground there, whilst we looked at.
He walked behind the coffin in King George V's.
This is going to take a very, very long time.
Sorry, King George VI. Sorry.
Yeah, this is going to take a very long time.
Yeah, it's fucking fantastic. I do like a good procession.
Jesus, I mean, we'll stick with it.
It's better fun than watching them in the church. The church was pants. If I'd known the procession was after.
The commoners are being held up there behind those big walls.
Okay.
No, commoners, you can't. Commoners, you must stay near Westminster Bridge. You cannot come near us. The only people allowed near us are those with the TV cameras. No commoners here.
This is quite disturbing.
In what way?
Oh, I tell you what, I'm going to send you a link, right? And it's safe. Trust me.
Don't put it in the chat here. Put it on Twitter.
Yeah, okay. I'll send you a link.
Okay.
Give me a second, lad. Because I'm not liking the look of this.
Right.
It doesn't send good optics, this.
Where are we going? Right, okay. I'm with you. Have you sent it?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Oh, it's a bit better. The public are getting in there, but
Oh yes, they're on the corner there. So the public are on the same side of the road as Downing Street.
The wreath, which includes foliage chosen for its symbolism. The king's had a very big hand in this. Rosemary for...
Well, he talks to his flowers, so he probably walked up to him. Which one of you wants to be in Mummy's procession? Do you want to be in Mummy's procession?
From a sprig of myrtle in the wedding bouquet of Princess Elizabeth to Prince Philip back in 1947. And English oak, which symbolises the strength of love.
Have they limited the numbers, though? Have they limited the numbers?
It does look like. It does definitely look like. Though at the top left of the screen, it does appear that members of the public are following this along with their... in fact, vloggers. I can see vloggers with their cameras on sticks going along behind the public there. And you know what? I could have done it. I could have been there on my mobility scooter following the whole thing along, but I don't think it's really for me. But that's just me. You've sent us a link. Do you want me to put this on, or?
Just briefly, and skip it forward to show you the difference in the crowd.
Right. Okay.
Or can you not do that?
I can do it. I'm just going to pull it over now. Just.
From the Great Hall in the Palace of Westminster, they bear George VI, as the hour sounds for his last journey.
I'm
In 3 days, 300,000 of his people
gonna superimpose it.
Now Britain buries her king, and the nations come to pay their homage. Elsewhere are the kings of...
Oh my god, yeah, I see what you mean.
We're only seeing like a quarter of the screen.
King with his
Yeah, it's fine.
family found happiness and
Okay.
rest from the many cares of
There you go.
state which
But
he made
look
his
at
own.
the depth of the
Glorious
Yeah.
monsters.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean. But this is controlled. That's...
Yeah, look at that.
But I'm going to kill that off now. Go back to
Yeah,
the-
kill it off. But did you see what I mean about the amount of people?
Yeah.
The cenotaph.
So here's the
I
cenotaph.
think they've maybe restricted numbers to a degree.
I think they probably did, and I think that's for safety reasons more than anything. I imagine people within the direct vicinity were all vetted in some way or another. I could be wrong.
Pardon me.
I've actually had to put the fan on in here now. It's got very warm.
Oh, I'm getting warm. I think it might be the coffee.
So the Queen's carriage has now made it as far as the cenotaph, it would appear. So basically to Downing Street. So do we think Liz Truss is going to sack it off and go home now?
Is she still walking?
I don't know if she's there.
I haven't seen anybody walking yet. Other than Edward and thingy. I'd like to see some pictures of who's walking behind it.
I want to see Dementia Joe. I'm
Yeah.
here for Joe.
What are these flags? What the fuck is this?
But yeah, you're right about the crowd depths. They are being kept.
Yeah, what are all those flags in the deck? What is this?
I have no idea.
Her Majesty's
Anyway.
coffin is taken past the cenotaph, unveiled by her grandfather George V in 1920.
Which means she has made it to essentially Downing Street, which is just up on her left. There's William. Saluting the cenotaph. Harry not saluting the cenotaph.
You don't salute if you're not in uniform.
Oh. And yes, Charles and Camilla are in the car.
So Harry followed the correct protocol.
Okay. But like I said, Charles and Camilla will be in the car.
I don't see anybody other than the family walking. That's quite strange.
And obviously Charlie can't be bothered.
No, this is not right. Where's Truss? Was Truss walking?
I didn't see her.
Get some sense of the building scale of this funeral procession.
It's massive, yeah.
The head of the procession now away down the mall.
Well, yeah, because the coffin's nowhere near the mall. Well, when she gets to Trafalgar Square, she can then hang and go straight down. It is not too far. So you get to Trafalgar Square, you can take a left and then go straight down to Buckingham Palace, and then you take another, kind of coming in from the back. So then you go over and then straight down to Hyde Park. Like I said, central London is not very big.
The Royal Air Force, the Royal Navy, and the Army.
Why is that person wearing a hat?
Hundreds of representatives.
I don't know.
Reversed as a sign
Is it
of mourning.
cold down there?
Yeah, probably. It's cold here. That's why I said I've had to put the fan on. It's cold. But I'm shocked that I've had to put the fan on. But when they make it to the end of the parade route, do they just get the fuck off, or do they have to wait?
Who?
All of the people at the front, John.
No idea, mate. Never been to one of these things.
I have also never been to one of these things. It would be nice to... Let's go to the troll room. Do you know the protocol here?
I suppose they'll get bussed away or whatever back to their barracks.
Yeah. Your usefulness is done. Get on the bus. Out of sight, out of mind. Let's see. There they are. There's.
What's that bunch in the middle? They're a bit haphazard.
Princess of Wales. George.
Oh, you can't walk in these heels. Can't walk in these heels.
Following this procession.
So it's the king in his own car.
He's not in there, is he?
He wasn't in that car.
Hold on, there's some women walking. Who's that? Where are we now? Oh, we're further. No, we're ahead. That's ahead of the procession.
I believe the king is in the car with the crown on it.
Yeah.
I am at this point losing the will to live, John. I will say that.
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed.
I think so. I think disappointment is the word of the day here.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, yes, it's a bit disappointing.
I thought the service was cold. I thought the building was cold.
Majestic sight.
Yeah, and I haven't seen any of the attending dignitaries.
No, where's Joe? Where's Justin? Where's
Yeah.
Jacinda?
Where are they all?
Where are the ire of our mocking? Where are they?
I'm very, very disappointed.
Me
Let
too.
me down. Let me down.
The happy event of
I mean,
birthday parade.
Jacinda should be right up there with the horses.
Official birthday.
She should be right up front.
Hold on, maybe she is one of the horses. It'd be hard pushed to pick her out, wouldn't you?
You really would.
Along the Mall and past the London home of Buckingham Palace.
There you go. There's Henry.
His Majesty the
Yeah.
leading
So what you want to do?
party of close
Oh, the king is walking.
Aye, he is. Him and Anne. Good on you, mate. Good on you. Still some life in the old
I
dog
think
yet.
we'll give it another 10 minutes or so, and then if it
Good on the old dog. He's walking.
if there gets no more excitement, we'll call it, shall we?
Yeah.
We'll give it another 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, I think the procession has lost its. I'm not enamoured of them because they have failed.
And then we'll
They
come
have
back here.
failed.
And then we'll come back here around, what, 4, 5 p.m. to do part 2 of Alex Belfield's Judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
Right.
Right, we'll give it another 10 minutes or so. It is a pretty carriage. It is a pretty flag over the box. These things are true.
the naval ratings
But even the crowd are just silent.
towards
They're not cheering.
Why would they be cheering? It's a funeral.
Well, maybe to give some kind of levity to the proceedings.
Look at the amount of sand they put down. Is that for the horses?
Of course it's for the horses.
one of the groups of
A lot of sand though. Right, where are they going now? That's a
Yeah, so
sharp left.
they're cutting off Trafalgar Square and going straight to the Mall. So if you go, it's where the horses are all kept. It's just past Downing Street, and then you hang left. I went through there on my mobility scooter on a live stream a couple of months back.
Right, okay.
And you get out the back, and it's just a big open area, and it's where the horses are.
Okay. So might see Jacinda.
which is still
I mean, she might just be in there in the middle, waiting for her brethren to arrive.
the main entrance to the estate, including St James's Palace and Buckingham Palace.
Yeah, this is the main entrance to the estate. And you cut off Trafalgar Square, so rather than going up and doubling back, it's just cutting the corner. Making the procession a bit shorter, making the parade route a bit shorter. Left, right, left, right, left, right,
You're
left, right.
never a drill instructor, were you?
No!
Is that like the fucking Deep South Gospel version?
I am a cripple sitting in a homemade studio. It is a lovely gun carriage, I will say that. Well kept, well maintained.
Well, let's face it, it's not as much use in the last 70 years.
No.
decades, Her Majesty has attended the birthday.
Oh, so this is Horse Guards Parade.
To mark her official birthday. For many, many years, of course, she would come on horseback. In later times, in a carriage, but devoted to the event itself, and thoroughly enjoyed the music, with an expert eye for detail.
Yeah, I rode around there on my mobility scooter a few months back.
Cooking the colour better than anyone.
They hid a load of riot vans back there during one of the freedom protests. And I caught them. I got them. But it is essentially just cutting the corner so that they can make the route a little shorter. And then they can go straight down to Buckingham Palace and then straight down to Hyde Park.
Is that a big sign that says toilets?
Yeah. There was a big sign.
Water.
Yep. At least they are giving the plebs a place to relieve themselves.
Toilets. Water.
So you need to relieve yourself there? You need to be hydrated? Go here. And we're going to charge you £6.25 for a bottle of water because it's London, plebs.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much exhausted here.
I think you could be right. I mean, nothing. It'd be famous last words. We say nothing exciting is going to happen, and something will happen.
And then somebody called Khan will attack them.
Yeah, say another Mohammed Khan will rush the coffin again.
Yeah.
Beats Crate says, "Can you do a wheelie on your scooter?" It only goes 4 miles an hour, so I can't really get the pump and power to push the back end under. But if anybody would like to do some work on my scooter and make it go more than 4 miles an hour, I'd appreciate it.
So is that the mall then that they're turning onto?
Not yet.
Towards the Guards Memorial, and then gently turning to the right to head for the Mall.
They're heading for the Mall.
And that final
Right.
approach to Buckingham Palace.
And I do think on this note, I think it might be time to bring it down.
Good night. Yeah. Yes, it's been a pleasure for you, and I hope you've enjoyed this indifferent, irreverent look at the last journey of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II as she proceeds towards her final resting place on this momentous day, the 19th of September 2022.
Why couldn't you have spoken like that throughout? That was really good.
Did you like that?
I did.
Oh. Do you want me to go back and start again?
God, no.
Oh, so with that, thank you one and all for attending this. On this somber occasion, we'll leave you with your own thoughts. And come and join us later as we discuss the second part of the judgment on Alex Belfield. Good day.
That's all we've got time for this evening, so it's good night from me, and it's good night from him. Good night. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Mama. Good night, Daddy.
Stop playing with my bust!
Good night, everybody.
Good night, children. Good night, Daddy.
You're a what?
A pianist!
Mwah! Good night, everybody.
You have been a delightful audience still. Good night. Thank you.
Oh, my bottom hurts. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Elizabeth.
Good night, John Boy. Good night, Jim Bob.
Oh, I did love that hamster so. I took it into bed with me every night, you know.
Good night, everybody.
I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think I have to go now. I've been standing here for a very long time. I think the end of the show must have come and gone.
There you go. That's our solar system.
You forgot Uranus.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening. You've been very nice to work to.
Good night, Jim Bob.
Good night, Jim Bob.